Now, I was watching like another, I guess like video of Bill Simmons, and he was talking about Steph Curry in particular. Like, it's pretty interesting. He has Steph Curry ranked top 24 of all time, and I remember correctly, the if Bleach Report has Steph Curry top 10 of all time, like, like I love Steph Curry. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he is, one of my favorite players to watch. He's all time great, but top 10 is kind of like, yeah, all right, you're kind of relax, right? Like, relax. Top 10's like in the territory of like best, players at their position. Top 24 is kind of pushing it too. It's kind of like how he ranked Kawhi, top 25, and then he ranks Steph Curry top 24. Like, man, like, I think for Steph Curry to like be a top 24 player of all time, he needs to actually have like a Finals MVP. Now, for him to have a Finals MVP, it will only just solidify his career, everything. Because I mean, a lot of people are underrating Steph Curry still. Like, dude, he's like a 3-time champion, 2-time MVP. I mean, the greatest shooter of all time, and yet it's kind of crazy how they're still, underrating him. Like, they're ranking like Anthony Davis over him, and like all these other plays over him. Steph Curry is like, it's all time great. Like, dude is on his road to be like maybe like, I don't know, like it's like a higher tier of point guard than he already is. I disagree with the notion that he's the second best point guard of all time. I believe he is top 5 point guard of all time. I mean, my point guards obviously is Magic Johnson. Second is Isaiah Thomas. Third is Oscar Robertson. Fourth is Steph Curry, and fifth, I'll give it to John Stockton. So forth and so forth. For him to like maybe like get like a Finals MVP and maybe like 2 championships. If he can get 1 championship and Finals MVP, I may have to push him ahead of Oscar Robinson. But if he gets like 2, then I'll have to put him maybe above Isaiah Thomas. But for now, I think top 4 point guard is perfect for him. I mean, just looking at his career stats right now, I mean, dude, 6-time NBA All-Star, 3-time All-NBA not defense, fuck. First team, 2-time second team, 1-time third team, 2016 unanimous MVP, where he was the scoring champ, steals, and 50-40-90. I mean, this dude straight, he had like one of the best seasons of all time. I mean, obviously, 73-9, but he couldn't really capitalize on the finals matchup. But he dominated the regular season. I mean, 2-time gold medalist as well. Steph Curry is dude. Steph Curry's, it's crazy, dude. He's like one of the most proficient players ever. He has like, maybe he's like top 5 in like handles as well. Like, dude, this guy can do it all. Like, I mean, people want to knock him off on like defense. But you gotta admit it. Like, dude, this guy like tries on defense. It's not like he's like letting people go like when they drive to the lane. He actually tries to like play defense. Like, it's not like him, James Harden, who just like, here you go, like here's the open lane. Like, I'm not gonna try or anything. But I mean, dude, this guy's impact on the field when he's on the court is like, it's like crazy, dude. He has to be like top 5 in like impact as well. Like, number one, giving him Michael Jordan. Number two and 3 probably would be like, actually number 2 is probably like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 3 and 4, I give it to like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. And then 5, can you like, you can make an argument for like Steph Curry. I mean, this dude is like, it's like a whole like gravity sucking in everyone's attention When he's on the floor, he frees up everyone, gives them everyone open shots. I mean, when the Warriors were injured, like the Raptors played like a boxing one where they just crowded him and they let him go off. They let everyone else like go off except for him, and obviously that's a great strategy. They had like really like no one to like capitalize on the offensive side, but it is what it is. Like if he were to win like that series, like dude, like he would get all the accolades. He would like boost up his rankings, but it didn't happen. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I mean, currently he's injured right now. I would advise him to like hey, just sit off the season, rest up, go next season pretty hard for a championship run. But I'm not part of the Warriors front office. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But dude, like, is Steph Curry top 24? I don't know. I mean, I would say he's top 30 in my opinion, but I would rank Kevin Durant kind of higher. I mean, that's no disrespect to Steph Curry, but when Kevin Durant came on the Golden State Warriors team, he was the best player on the team. And a lot of people want to knock on, Kevin Durant, saying that he joined a 7-3-9 team. Not necessarily like that was their regular season before, but when he came on, they had to like change up all the contracts, so it was not even the same 7-3-9 team. Like their bench was not the same. I mean, yeah, they had Iggy and like Sean Livingston, but I mean that was about it. Like they had to like get like a lot of like super cheap contracts, and I mean it was all she wrote for there. And the Warriors had like a great dynasty run. Like maybe I'll talk about how I'll rank that Warriors dynasty compared to like the other dynasties. But dude, obviously, that was a great team, great run. And Steph Curry was like the engine of that team, and Kevin Durant was just that weapon that was able to just go off anytime in a moment. But Steph Curry makes that system. There is no system like that without Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry is basically responsible for this 3-point era where where he was able to shoot like a freaking bunch of threes. Like I remember like back then when Charles Barkley was saying that a jump shooting team would never win a championship, and at first I kind of agreed because they were taking like really stupid shots like back then. But that was like with Mark Jackson, and like fuck Mark Jackson. This dude's not a good coach. Like I mean he's great, a great defensive coach. Like he helped like boost up their defense and stuff, but at the same time, like dude, like Steve Kerr like used that same team, and then all of a sudden they win the championship. Like dude, it's Mark Jackson was holding them back. Like they were regressing under Mark Jackson. And once Steph Curry had the MVP year where he shot like 400 threes, like everyone like was like trying to copy like the Warriors like blueprint. And here we are now where everyone's doing high screen pick and rolls, driving in the basket, get an open 3-point shot and just shooting it. More players shooting threes. I mean, I think Steph Curry in his like 2016 campaign, he was like shooting like 8 threes, 9 threes, something of that sort. He was making like 7 threes. Like I believe I had him on fantasy for that year too. I just drafted him for that year, and I think it was like my first pick. Usually, like the first picks, like Giannis or like LeBron James or Anthony Davis, but I think I chose like Steph Curry, and I mean it worked out. Like he helped carry me to the chip, and I mean Steph Curry is a great player, like no question about it. But top 24, I would lean toward like maybe like 30. Like, I would be more comfortable with him as 30. I mean, you're going to be in the realms of, like, Charles Barkley, maybe Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade of that sort, Clyde Drexler. And, I mean, these are all-time greats. Like, for Steph Curry to be, among them, there's no disrespect at all. Like, it's sometimes, like, I feel like people, like, they get, like, so, like, butthurt. Like there have been like so many great NBA players to have come into made their mark in history. And if Steph Curry is not top 10, top 15, it's like a disrespect to Steph Curry. Not really, like, dude, it's more of a disrespect to NBA history. Like, they're great players. Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Moses Malone, Dr. J, like, all these great players have come and made their name. Like, and for Steph Curry to maybe pass them, like, I give it to him more season. Like, these guys like made their mark, and Steph Curry's continuing to make their mark too. And I mean, I still believe he's a top 4 player in the league. I mean, it's Kawhi Leonard, it's LeBron James, third. Because since Kevin Durant's out, I'll probably give it to Steph Curry, and then fourth I'll give it to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, it's kind of sad that he got injured and he couldn't show off what he's been holding back for Kevin Durant. But I mean, it is what it is. The Warriors are just retooling right now for one and done, and then they'll make their mark next season. So we'll see. I mean, kind of want to end on the note that Steph Curry should have won Finals MVP than the year that Iguodala won, but that's me. He straight dominated that series, and he had great numbers. But I mean, I'm not fucking voting, so whatever.